Celebrity Court Report. The Celebrity Court Report is breaking down the latest legal news, and here to help us do it is our legal eagle, Midwin Charles.
Hello.
Hi, Midwin.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So you heard me talking about Aretha Franklin?
I did.
What do you think about that handwritten will? How does the law say?
See, what a lot of people don't know is that you can write a will on a dinner napkin.
See?
It is valid. What a court, yes.
Do you have to have, you don't have to have witnesses?
Well, normally you do, right? If you come to an attorney, if you came to my firm and said, listen, I want an attorney, you would show up with your witnesses and what have you. But if you wrote it on a napkin and someone found it after you died,
okay,
it's the next best thing to dying, what we call intestate, which is without a will. Right? And so what you would do is perhaps have a handwriting expert and
look at all that handwriting. They can really look at that.
Exactly, because one of the most important things about after you die and having a will is trying to let people know what it is that you wanted. What were your wishes?
Yes.
How do you want your assets dispersed?
Ted gets the house.
Exactly. And we know who Ted is.
Yes. All right, so make your will. You can write it on a napkin.
Yep.
According to Midwin. All right. Our next story, we talked about this yesterday, Alex Rodriguez on the toilet.
Potty rod.
Was the photographer breaking the law?
Well, yes. See, New York State has a sort of surveillance law, unlawful surveillance. You're not allowed to use an electronic device to kind of spy on someone in an area of privacy, such as the locker room at the gym, the bathroom, your home, while you're having sex.
Right.
Like you're not supposed to unlawfully spy on someone, particularly using an electronic device. And so one could argue here that the camera using a telephoto lens was that electronic
Alex is
device.
lawyered up, so he's got a point.
He has lawyered up, but that's the criminal aspect, right? New York also has a right to privacy statute, which is a civil law. So he could sue under that civil law, but New York's right to privacy law is pretty lenient. They have exceptions, i.e., is it newsworthy?
Yes.
Is it something in the public domain? Right, because he's a celebrity.
Yes.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Or
yes.
is it a form of art expression? And so if this photographer is found, those are the arguments that he could make. I don't know if A-Rod's sitting on a potty.
He sat artful like that statue in Greece that goes like this.
Right.
Yeah, he was sitting artful.
I don't know if I'd call that art. If it was Idris Elba.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I get you what they're throwing. So, all right, now let's talk about the next story. You've heard about this. Nipsey Hussle's 10-year-old daughter, the mother, the biological mother, wants the little girl back. The little girl has been staying with Nipsey's sister since Nipsey passed away. Right. So now there's a big fight.
There's a
court battle.
There's a court battle. The sister filed for what's called guardianship. She wants to be the person to make decisions on behalf of the daughter, educational decisions, where she lives.
But she has a mom. Midwin, she has a mom.
Exactly. And it's very, very difficult to do this because in her petition, which she filed in court, she's going to have to make certain allegations about the mother as to why the mother is unfit, incapable of taking care of her daughter.
Midwin. Yeah. Moms always keep the kids.
Yeah.
Unless.
Yeah. Unless.
What?
Unless it can be found that they are not right for the kid, right? The standard is what is in the best interest of the child.
A 10-year-old can do a lot of talking herself. Would you call the little girl in?
Absolutely.
Alone?
Judges love to hear from children, and often what they will do is have an in-camera with the child, meaning not in front of everybody in the courthouse, but in the judge's chambers. And the judge will probably talk to the child so that the child doesn't feel so overwhelmed by the process. But it's terrible to put a kid through that, though.
Yeah. Have you been following this story outside of, for Hot Topics?
Yeah.
Do you know that the mother, do you know anything about her? Has she been around the child? Do the sister and the mother of the child get along?
Well, what I do know is that in 2013, a court granted both Nipsey Hussle and the mother joint legal and physical custody. So that means that at some point a review was done as to whether or not she would be an adequate parent. And that review was done in 2013. I don't know what's changed
Her name is
since
Tanisha.
then. Yeah,
Has she spoken out?
She has spoken out. Just recently when she came out of court from the hearing, she said she loves her daughter very much and she will do anything to fight to keep her. Which I think any mother would say that.
Yeah. All right. Midwin, by the way, where do you practice?
Here in New York. I'm a native New Yorker.
Okay,
born and raised in
perfect.
Brooklyn.
The last story is this Justin Bieber we were speaking about. Remember he ran over the paparazzi? Well, the paparazzi put his leg in the way or something like that. We talked about it. And the paparazzi guy is now suing Justin. And Justin was driving slow. And you couldn't tell whether this guy threw himself under his wheel or what.
Well, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if that's what happened, right? Justin Bieber's rich, he's a celebrity. He has what we call in litigation deep pockets, okay? So you could sue him, you could get the money. However, this guy has made some allegations in his lawsuit, such as he can no longer work, he's disabled. Well, guess what? He's going to have to prove it. And he's gonna prove it through a process we call discovery, which means depositions, documents, emails, medical records. What kind of work did he do? Why can't he do the work anymore?
So he has a case.
It's not so much that he has a case, he has to make a case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? He has to prove it.
Has Justin responded? I mean, Justin got out of the car and helped the guy out.
He really did.
And then the guy gave
remained, and he stayed on the scene until police arrived as well.
And then the guy put on his social media about his encounter with Justin, saying that Justin's a good guy.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Which sounds like this is something that he just wanted to do, right? To say like, oh my God, I had an interaction with a celebrity.
So has Justin responded?
Justin did respond, and Justin believes the lawsuit should be thrown out, which means he filed an answer and denies the allegations in the complaint.
Midwin, I like you.
I love you too, Wendy.
Come back.
I love you too.
Give it up, everybody, for Midwin Charles. For more information on these stories, go to wendyshow.com.